Hello world, I'm Twist, and welcome back to Raw Recap and Review. If you didn't see part 1 of December 29th, 2025 episode of Raw Recap and Review, click off this video now and go watch that, because this is part 2. But if you have seen part 1, welcome back! This is part 2, and now we're going to continue on to what happened after the Gunther match. After the Gunther match, we get the Usos backstage, and Jay looks pretty sad. And Jimmy walks up. He's like, "Hey man, you ready? You ready to get this match, man? You ready to get this going, man?" He's like, and Jay's like, "I don't know, man. It just feels like everything been going wrong for me. Everything been going down for me. Ain't nothing going right now. Like I can't win. I lost my belt. I'm doing this back and forth." But Jimmy's like snaps him at him. He's like, "Man, I need you, man. You got people saying one word, 4 letters. Yeet." Like, look what you done, man. Got everybody popping. Now we back as a tag team. I need you. Let's get right. And then Jay's like, you know what, man? I got you, man. I love you. But as the camera pans away, he's still looking sad. That's not the end of the backstage segments. We got another segment where Javon Evans, he sees AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. He goes to try to hype them up. Is looking forward to the match. Tells him he has a meeting with Mr. Pierce. That's what he calls Adam Pierce, Mr. Pierce. He said you got to be professional with it. And the Americanos pop out and they have a little face off. I don't know what they're saying. They're speaking in Spanish. Dragon Lee knows, but he didn't translate for us. But that leads to them. That leads to Javon Evans with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee facing off with the Americanos, having his back because they were talking spicy with him. And then we have another backstage segment with The Vision. Austin Theory's warming up, and everyone in the group, they're all glazing him. Even Theory has a cool glaze back. He tells Bronson Reed, I acknowledge you as my tribal thief." And then Bronson, "Hey man, you better watch your shoes." And Bronson like, "You really gonna say that about me like that?" he like, "You still shoes?" Like, I thought that was funny. And then Paul Logan goes on to say, I'm not the most humble guy. Paul's like, "Yes, you are. You are the most humble guy." And he's like, "But I'm really happy you're with the group, man. I know you'd be a little nervous, man, but you'll be all right." And then Paul's like, "You know what, Logan? You should walk out with him." He's like, "Me?" He's like, "Yeah, you." So Logan is going to walk out with Theory, and that leads perfectly into our third match of the night with Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory with Logan Paul. And again, Rey Mysterio did not wear the baggy pants. He wore the singlet. As we always know, everything is cool about Rey Mysterio except for the singlet. Bring the baggy pants back. And also we have Austin Theory in the little shorts again. So shout out to the shorts being back. Start the match off with a traditional tie-up with Rey and Theory, which leads them going to the corner with Theory having the upper hand. The ref tries to break him up. He lets the break off and then hits on a big clothesline by Theory. Goes to another corner. It's a big clothesline. And then something scary happened. Austin Theory does a big Irish whip to Rey onto the corner, and he hits the corner so hard, Rey is in a ton of pain, and it looks like he actually hurt himself. Like Theory even slows down to know what to do, but Rey's fine. He picks Rey up and then hits him with a backbreaker right afterwards. I'm like, damn, we just thought he hurt his back, and he gonna hurt his back some more for real? Rey gets the comeback, lands a big hurricane on Theory, but Theory no sells it, instantly gets up, big elbow by Theory. After Theory hits the elbow, he lands a drop toe hold on Rey to the turnbuckle, booms right into it. That leads to Theory, then goes outside to the ring, tries to do his jump through the rope clothesline, but Rey instantly reverses it. Instead of Theory getting the clothesline in, he does a hurricane, puts Theory in the 619 position. As Rey goes for the 619, Theory gets out the way, outside of the ring. But Rey's not done. He tries to go for the West Coast pop, jumping off the apron. Theory catches him on the outside, slams him backwards into the ring post, and that's how we get to the commercial break. Get back from the commercial break with Theory and Rey on the top rope. Theory makes Rey go back down in a tree of woe position. He's hitting him with big hits, big kicks. And then he tries to go for a spear on Rey, but Rey gets up, reverses it. That leads to Rey doing a West Coast pop off the top rope, and then lands a tilt-a-whirl, hurricanrana, and Rey gets Theory on the corner. Lands the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 punches on Theory. Theory gets right back into it. Rebounds off of Irish whip. Big super kick. by Theory, but only gets a 2 count. Now Theory has the upper hand. He picks up Ray, hits him with multiple knees to the midsection, even lifts him up, and then he's starting a torch rack position on Ray. And as he's doing the torch rack on Ray, he twirls him around. Ray reverses it into a spinning DDT. You get a 1, 2 kick out. Now Ray's dialing up. 619 gets the Hurricanrana on the rope, hit the rope. Boom, 619. Charles on the outside tries to go for the West Coast pop, and Logan Paul ruins the match. Pulls Ray legs down, right in front of the ref. The ref's like, "I can see you." He rings the bell. Ray wins by DQ, but the Vision do not care. Austin Theory and Logan Paul get in the ring, proceed to start jumping Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio has some backup tonight. Penta is back. He pops out. We haven't seen Penta since he hurt himself against Solo Sikoa in the last time it's now tournament. He popped out with the Gucci jacket on, run down to the ring. He gets Ray back, starts fighting the Vision, and the Vision get the upper hand with Ray doing an assisted Hurricanrana by Penta throwing him into Logan. Boom, hit the 619. And then Penta hits a big clothesline on Logan Paul. And then Ray and Penta are in the ring aura farming. So overall, I give that match a 3-star match. It was pretty fun. I love what they're doing with Theory. They're giving him tons of designs and things on his interests. So they're really trying to put money into him. He has a new theme I thought was pretty cool. But I can't wait to see what they do with the rest of the Vision. Now we're on to our last promo of the night, and it's Maxine Dupri. And Maxine pops out to the ring. She's in the ring. She says she wouldn't be here or be champ without the WWE Universe, and she thanks us for being there and supporting her. That leads to the fans giving her, "You deserve it." They hit her with the "You deserve it" chants. And she goes, "You hear that, Becky? You hear that?" And speaking of Becky Lynch pops out. The man pops out. And I love her character arc, or her new gimmick of just basically being Donald Trump. It's hilarious. And before she gets in the ring, Maxine tells Becky, "Hey, you better be careful, because you got 2 options if you want to get crazy with me. I can either break your ankle, which I love to do, or I'll make you tap out again." But she says, "Calm down, Maxine. I'm here to give you some She struggles to say it, but she goes on to say, "I came here to give you credit." She said, "When you first came out, I thought you were incredibly awful." And she's like, "All right, you need to get to the point." She said, "But after the past few weeks and months, you got like a little bit better, and I see that, but so I see you got a little bit better, and that you got away from stealing my title and everything." And Maxie's like, you got to cut that out." She said, "I didn't steal your title. The only thing I stole was your spotlight." And Maxine goes on to say that, I'm going to say it, the crowd's going to say it, maybe even Sports Illustrated might say it, and you're going to say it, that you're going to say Maxine Dupri, IC title, IC champion. Becky finishes the promo with a good thing on Maxine saying, "Are you going to be what you think they are, or are you going to be what I know you are on January 5th? And then caps it off with, "Welcome to the big time." So we gonna see, man. We gonna see with them. Like, every match they put on have been pretty entertaining. I wonder what more they're gonna do with this one, but I definitely see Becky Lynch winning the belt back. But it's been cool to see this new arc with Maxine Dupri. Now we are on to the main event. This is for the World Tag Team titles. We got the Usos, the challengers, versus AJ Lee themselves. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee. Going into this match, the talk is that, AJ and Dragon, they say they're the best tag team champs, but the Usos say they're the best tag team of all time. So now we're gonna see who the real best tag team is. We start the matchup with AJ Styles and Jey Uso. They start the matchup with a traditional tie-up, Jey winning, overpowering AJ. They go into another tie-up, but AJ gets the reverse grab. At least Jey hitting AJ with a big elbow in the face. Jey does his little uppy strike on AJ Styles, but AJ Styles gets back, hit him with a drop kick, which is effortless. I ain't gonna lie. AJ Styles drop kick and Randy Orton's drop kick, like, they might be the peak in the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. After the drop kick by AJ, he lands a tag with Dragon Lee. They proceed to hit a double elbow on Jey. Jimmy runs into the ring, They hit a double slam on Jimmy. Dragon Lee does an assisted Hurricanrana on Jimmy by AJ throwing him. And the thing with the Hurricanrana is, as he does a Hurricanrana, Jimmy's supposed to go outside the ring, but he actually hits the rope. And his nuts hit the rope. I'm like, ooh, I know that hurt. And that's how we lead on to the commercial break. We get back from the commercial break with Dragon Lee reversing Jimmy's pin attempt, which leads to him doing a big jump stump on Jimmy on the ground. Dan lands a low drop kick on Jimmy on the corner, but we get a kick out of that. After the kick out, Dragon Lee proceeds to tag AJ in. AJ lands big chops on Jimmy, and then AJ tries to hit the rope where Jay is, but Jay jumps up and do a cheap shot. Big kick to AJ. That leads to Jimmy getting the upper hand. They tag in. Now he tags in Jay. AJ on the ground and do a crazy move where they're holding each of his legs and just separating. I call it the disc spreader. They hit the disc spreader on AJ. And Jay goes, I'm sorry, AJ, but I got to keep going. He grabs his leg. Multiple kicks to the stomach. He tags Jimmy back in. Jimmy lands a big chops on AJ. AJ fights out of it. And we get the hot tag, which leads to Dragon Lee hitting her Hurricanrana and then hitting Jimmy in the corner where he does the kick, jumps over, and then jumps on inside and do it to another drop kick. And as Jimmy's on the ground, Jimmy reverses the elbow by Dragon Lee and then does his enziguri. Jimmy proceeds to tag Jay back in, and then Jay tries to do some offense with Dragon, but Dragon reverses it. Dragon Lee does a tilt-a-whirl flip into a big powerbomb. And as Dragon Lee's trying to get into the offense moving, he runs into the rope, but Jimmy grabs his leg, trips him, pulls him down, gets him outside the ring, throws him into the steel steps. He's looking over him. That leads to AJ Styles jumping up out of nowhere. Phenomenal forearm to Jimmy on the outside. And as AJ's on the outside dealing with Jimmy, Jay inside the ring, big suicide dive on AJ. And we have the Usos on top. They're talking to each other and they're trying to hype each other up. So we get to the commercial break. We get back to the ring with Jay beating up on Dragon Lee. He goes on to tag Jimmy in. They do a kick to Lee. They hit him in the gut, hit him with a couple chops. Jimmy tries to put Dragon Lee on the top rope. That leads to Dragon Lee reversing Jimmy, knocks him down. Now he's in a trio well position, and then Dragon Lee does the big double stump on the corner. After the corner stump, we have a double down. They're both on the ground. You know what that means? It's time for a dual hot tag. AJ and Jay run into the ring. AJ wins the hot tag with his striking combo, lands an enziguri on Jimmy, and then does a big slam on Jay. 1, 2. We get a kick out off of that. AJ tries to end the match, goes for a Styles Clash on Jay. Jay reverses out of it, does a big super kick on Dragon Lee on the outside. At least AJ trying to clothesline Jay. Jay reverses it, hits the rope, big spear, jump tags Jimmy in. Jimmy goes to the top rope, Uso splash. 1, 2, 2.9 seconds, kick out. I was like, ooh, they getting into it. It was a crazy kick out. It was so close. It was so close to being 3. Jimmy surprised after that, but he locks in soon. He tags in Jay so they could both try to go for the double Uso splash. But Dragon Lee runs into the ring and knocks Jay down. He proceeds to do a suicide dive on a Jimmy on the outside. And Loki does a flip when he does a suicide dive on Jimmy to the outside. It's kind of nasty. As the mayhem is going on the outside, AJ tries to land a roll up on Jay. That gets a kick out. But that leads to Jay getting up, hitting a super kick on AJ. AJ looks like he's down for the count, but instantly hits back with a Pele kick. But that leads to AJ going for the Styles Clash. 1, 2. Kick out of that. This match ain't over. These boys was going crazy. AJ is still not discouraged. He tags in Dragon Lee stump into the Styles Clash attempt. Jay gets hit with the stump. He's held on to the Styles Clash, but Jimmy gets into the ring. Big super kick to Dragon Lee. AJ puts Jay down. He then proceeds to fight Jimmy. Jimmy tries to hit AJ with an elbow. He reverses it. Knocks Jimmy down. AJ's on the outside now on the apron. Tries to go for the phenomenal forearm on the Usos, but they stop it. Big super kick in midair. Hit a super kick on Dragon Lee, and then hit Dragon Lee with the 1D. And that's 1, 2, 3. That's it. Usos win the championship. They back. What a match. This is match of the night. They really say the best match for last. This is a 5-star match. Back and forth action. Really enjoyed it. I low-key thought they were gonna have the Usos lose and then like have them like start beefing, but surprisingly they were on course and they won. They won together. So now I don't know what they're gonna do next with the Usos. They're champs now. I'm pretty sure Dragon Lee and AJ Styles are probably gonna break up sooner than later. But they do have the thing with the Americano set up for them next. But I don't know what's next for the Usos. I just know they're champs and they're most likely gonna defend the belt a lot on TV because that's what they do. They be tag teams. But overall, this show was a banger. It gets a thumbs up. Entertaining show. I can't wait for next week. Next week's probably going to be even crazier. It's going to be the 1-year anniversary of them on Netflix, and I can't wait for that. That is the end of part 2. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Smash the like button and share the video. Share it with another wrestling fan or share it with someone that doesn't know a lot about wrestling and put them on to the game. You know, you can have them watch this so they can be ready for next week's episode. And also, if you loved my content and if you want more of this, subscribe to the channel. I'm Twist. And we got more things going on in 2026, man. Doodles.